Hello friends, very good morning. Welcome to my YouTube channel Talent Traders and myself Bala here. In this live session, we are going to find out some trade opportunities based on our Google Sheet, that is our option scanner, a live option scanner. By using that scanner, we can try to find some opportunities. And whatever the trade which we are going to discuss here in this video, it's about purely for informational and educational purpose. And if you are new to my channel, kindly subscribe the channel. Okay, so anyone who are joined on this live session, can you please let me know? My voice and video clear? Audio video clear? Yeah, very good morning, Piyush. Very good morning to all who are joining on the session. Thanks for updating. Okay, thank you for clear. Very good morning, Vitkar. Yeah, thank you. Vinod Kumar, I think you are new to my channel. And Srikant, so some of the people who are joined this channel as a new, thanks for joining. Hardik Patel, you are also a very good morning, Jish. Okay, so before going to that, we can go to check the pre-open session. Okay, what are the stocks which we are? Yeah, very good morning, Vipul sir. In pre-open session, is there any changes? Nifty 50 power grid is the stock more than 2%, and iShare Motor is 1%. So I think we are discussing about iShare Motor. Yesterday, it triggers our target. Even if you are holding, that can be even further move that can be possible. The 3600 put option that triggered, and yesterday it achieved our target and based on our advanced option strategy. And in a founder list, PEL is around 3% by the opening positive 950 is the previous closing price. Right now, it is trading 978. It's going to be open around 978. Okay, so is there any down stocks? iShare Motor is the only down. And overall, the stock which is in the F1 list, almost 99 stocks positive. Nifty, in Nifty is almost 12 points, very flat. Yesterday also, Bank Nifty and Nifty, which is trading in the narrow range. And Bank Nifty, no big changes. After a market open, we can go for it. And yesterday, Bank Nifty on a daily time frame, which we find out the doji candle, and it was inside between the doji. Maybe a breakdown or a breakout, which we can expect at this point because inside bar which forms on Bank Nifty on daily time frame, and also previous day is about a doji candle at the top level. Same like that Nifty, it's a double. It's a previous one is a hammer like that, and today also, yesterday also the same. And here even we can go for a breakout about to the daily time frame that we can focus both Nifty and Bank Nifty. Yesterday is a narrow range, and one other important thing, one more today is about weekly expiry, right? Bank Nifty, yeah. So today is the weekly expiry going to be open. So mostly ATM and OTM options avoid for a trading, and always focus on ATM options if you are buying options. Okay, so because ATM OTM is going to be expire worthless if the time goes. Whatever the premium which traded, it's purely for a time premium. So as per our advanced strategy Google sheet, we find out a lot of stocks, and from there PNB, IDFC, Euromotor Corp, ITC, in the Colpol. I think yesterday I was not interested on that, but even though it was triggers our target. In Bank of Baroda, Canara Bank, Bajaj Auto, these are all the target achieved to trade, and Bajaj Auto, yesterday it triggers Bajaj Auto. BPCL, that has also works well. Jindal Steel, I think yesterday it went higher more than 50 rupees. Maybe if you are focusing for an intraday opportunity from those top stocks by today's opening price, you can take today's open as your reference point. You can use any of your own strategies that you can apply in this particular stocks. Okay. and a fresh breakout. So almost we are nearing to that weekly basis. If you are following for a monthly basis, no problem at all. So monthly positional only you can try. Okay, so weekly basis you should focus for a fresh breakout trades that should be never broken previously. The market started, Bank Nifty is around 75 points down, Nifty somewhere around 21. So overall flat negative opening. So we have to wait for what is going to happen. Again today it is inside between the previous day. So very narrow or a tight range which is forming here in the Nifty. So looks like so we can expect some breakdown or a breakout that should be possible. So let me track and wait for it. Okay, so what kind of strike price or which strike price we can take for a Bank Nifty? Currently it's around 45,000, 45,000, 45,400. That should be a put strike price. Currently trading around 340. In call option, Bank Nifty 45,700. This is also be yesterday. You can look at this. It went up to 228. Now it is 10 rupees. Sorry, 44,700. This will trading around 425. I think it's slightly higher. Okay, no problem. So these are all the opportunities. So the strike price which we can focus and maybe any opportunity. So yesterday's looks like a shooting star and this one looks like a spinning top and today it broken that spinning top. Okay, so we need to wait at least the first 15 minutes candle and then we can try to focus some scalping opportunity on Bank Nifty. Yesterday I given some workout for HDFC Bank. Anyone who done that from that point of the 1754 now almost 100 points down. Anyone who do that workout, please share. Okay, so a lot of stocks. So we have to wait for that. It's because the stock option is will not active very immediately after market open. So we need to wait. So fresh breakout we can take only after 9:30. I think Britannia in Hindustan Unilever. I think it's about a M&M, HDFC Life, Maruti. Most of the options is not traded yet. So once it is started traded, so we are going to get that data here. Any new opportunity which we find out, then we can go for. Let me wait. Again, Bank Nifty started moving down. So 40 points is the previous close. Nifty is almost 7 points down. There's a rejection in the first 15 minutes. Negative one call option that is also be negative. So because both is going to be negative in options, Bank Nifty, due to that expiry, the premium decay, even though market moves. Bajaj Finance is about previous entry. Britannia maybe today. Britannia 550 50-50 call option. Let me check Britannia. It's happening today by the gap up. So it is triggers in the first 15 minutes. Our entry point should be around 196, but it previously not triggered. By today itself it triggered 196 and now it is 266. Maybe a gap up. This is not a right stocks which we are going to focus. And Hindustan Unilever also showing you today OB reality. I think it's a liquidity. You can check the liquidity of OB reality, and most of the time it is not a liquid one. And what should be the current price? 1020. Yeah, there is a 2 rupees, 2 gap, and volume may be good. So, okay, 46.1. In the volume, you can look at this volume is around 73,500. So, more than 100 lot. Okay, so bell is the big lot size. Okay, but it was triggered before 9:30, so you should wait for it. Avoid that such a thing. BHEL 88 call option. 7.25 is the yesterday's price. 7.5 is our entry point. Today is now traded, but the first 15 minutes candle it triggered. So maybe a gap of something like that, but better we can track this. We can wait for it. Retracement, any retracement. IVOS is the Monday entry, now slightly increasing up from our entry point. Yesterday it was traded below to our entry point. Okay. Hindustan Unilever maybe a gap up. Some of the stock is not active. You got it. So JS Jindal Steel, BHEL, Divish, I think yeah, ITC will came there now to start a trading. So like that, so we have to wait that option premium which is not traded yet because we are trying at that time it is a ITM option. If market moves, even it will be deep ITM. SBIN still on 23. So again, today is the nearby breakout Divish Lab, and Divish Lab you need to check the liquidity. 199, 200. 208 is our entry point. After 9:30 we can go. Yeah, very good morning, Shyam. Thanks for joining here. Good morning, Jeevan. The Alchem Laboratory is having liquidity. Yeah, I think it's about last 3 days. It's like a bullish only, but it was consolidating like that, 3,500. Maybe if it is breaks above 3537, it can be more move higher, and you can keep this low around 3480 as a stop, and you can wait for it. BHL now at exactly our entry point. The lot size is big, so don't urge. So we should wait for it. And after 9:30, even if we get a lower than that, so we can go for it. So look at this Paul also updated here. Be reality, okay, sir. And right now it is trading with a good liquidity, so you can just check if the stock will came into the scanner. Okay. So I should focus for a new breakout stock, fresh breakout stock. That may be going to give me some opportunities to maybe intraday or positional. Look at this DLF, HDFC Life, and some other stock like Techem. ICICI Bank is about yesterday's trigger. And Hindustan Unilever, now by the pre-open it triggers and then it returned back. Divish Lab, yesterday's entry. Where it is Divish Lab. Okay, SBIN now again today. We are going to give you the trigger. Maybe Divi's Lab yesterday's entry where I can find out Divi's Lab 3600. 208. So let me check that TV slab. Yeah, I think it's about yesterday's entry. Exactly, yesterday it made high around 210. Yeah, so maybe now it is going to get at a lower price, 208. Now it is 192. Maybe a better opportunity, right? So not moved it by closing hours. We got an entry, so we can track that particular strike price for a positional only. So not for an intraday. If you are focusing for an intraday, you can just focus the stock. That should be the fresh breakout. Look at this. Astral is about yesterday's breakout, 132, and after two times it was went higher and lower. Now finally it came to 147. So Divi's Lab is about yesterday's entry. Jindal, yesterday we seen that it moves more than 50 rupees. And Hindustan Unilever, it triggers today, but it was started moving down. So once again it breaks above the level after 9:30, then we can go for. And India Bull Housing Finance will keep to the scanner 125. We track that IBull Housing Finance 125. Currently 10.2 and 10.25 in the current price. 10.15, the liquidity, okay, 10 paisa gap. In the lot size of 4,000, 5,100, maybe around 11.8. That should be the breakout. 131 is the current price. So most of the time the stock will be in ban period. Okay, so just aware of that. It will move in a day, and after that it will be going to reach the ban period most of the time. The ICICI Bank would be there yesterday's trigger, and TKM IBull Housing Finance DLF 495 call option and DLF. Fresh breakout that we can go for. But the BPC will also be higher, and now some of the options are updated. Still, that IDFC is not updated. Today is not active yet. And PNB where it is updated, I think PNB also not traded. Yeah, PNB is active. Divisla maybe yesterday's entry, now currently is trading lower, so we can add this one in our watch list. And BHEL is the today's entry, but it was triggered in the first 15 minutes. So that is also we can track. Jindal Steel now come to the entry point, but already it given you the such a big move, and that works well. And Divis Lab is now in this price. Take him 1140, so we can track. DLF 495 that can be added. To track 26 is the high, and it should be the fresh break. So let me add this one 29.5 above. So is there any opportunity on Nifty and Bank Nifty? In Bank Nifty, huge rejection. You can see in the first 15 minutes. So the candle looks like a hammer candle. So maybe the low which made in this particular call option 44,700, that should be the huge rejection area at the lowest level. Low of that particular candle is 380, currently 474, and the high of this particular hammer candle. Right now it is a hammer. Maybe another 2 minutes we have to get the confirmation about the candle. The high of this particular candle is 480. So if the market goes above 480, maybe we can expect some slight upside move. Let me wait. And BHL lot size is 10,500. Is there any changes on the lot size? 88. Yeah, it's about huge one, right? So 10,500 is the lot size. So initially you can try with the minimum quantity, that is minimum lot size stocks. Don't go for such a big stocks. Once you get a confident after applying our advanced option strategies, you can go for high lot size. VAN again today on the same price. It went higher and lower. Yeah, PNB also updated. It was in the top. Bajaj Finance is in the top. Hero Motor Cup also be there in the top. So you just focus these stocks if you find for an opportunity, and you can use your intraday trades by using the top stocks: ITC, IOC, Hero Motor, Bajaj Finance, and PNB. The top stocks if you focus for an intraday opportunity with the chart. Okay, now the candle is closed exactly the huge rejection at the bottom and the lowest level of this particular trend. Maybe this one if it does breaks above the level 480, that should be a breakout. I should focus, and 380, that may be the lower level. 100 point stop loss which we can go for 1500 rupees the risk from the street, maybe from that area. So we can expect some reversal uh, based on the candles, and by the rejection it was keep on moving down. In the lower level we find out a hammer, but today is expiry, anything can be possible. Just look at this, maybe a chances for already given you the breakout, so maybe we are expecting some upside, and this should be a stop loss for the trade in the lowest level. Okay, now the time is 9:30. Now BHL is slightly higher, so I seen 7.5, now to 7.9. Okay, so only if it has came back to that 7.5, and we can go for if you are a high risky taker. So DLF, we are waiting for a breakout 29. It is DLF 29.3. That should be the price breakout now, currently 23. And maybe you can use the charts for the stocks. So there I can focus this one. And maybe this is also be another opportunity, and BHEL, and let us return back to the same level. I can go for Hindustan Unilever. It is a pre-open trigger, so don't want to go for at this moment. And Jinda still already moved a stock more than 50 rupees, and BHEL currently at this point in the Dabur, whether it is 7.8 on BHEL. BPCL, Indupetro also be there in the list, that is going to nearby target. So Indupetro and BPCL are triggered in the beginning of this week. That is what a Monday, I think. Britannia, Gap Up, SBIN again today it given you some 1 or 2 rupees because it is already triggered a trade. Tower and BHEL, Hindustan Unilever, not good. Reliance, ICICI Bank, that is a previous day trigger. We track if you find any opportunities, then you can go. And PNB, Bajaj Finance, let me check that. PNB again today started positive. Look at this, for fifth consecutive day from 50 to 59, almost 20%, near about 20% jump. 17% at this moment, 17.8 within a 5 days. Such a huge move. PNB. The same one, we say what? I think it's closed. Previously reaching to the top of 61. Now it has started moving towards the 61. Now BHL is 7.3. Already yesterday it moved to 7.3. 7.5 is our entry point. Today's tickets now it is on the price less than our point. Maybe today also it's moving, and today is around 60. IOC is moves today well. So yesterday we seen below 392 IOC. Britannia broke big weekly high. I think it is already triggered our entry point. So now it is moving greater than my entry, so I don't want to take any opportunities because we are following some strategies that is working well. So we need to follow that only. that can be giving you some benefits. Okay. iShare Motor is now active. 350 is the put premium. 173 percentage. Astral is almost yesterday's entry is nearing to that cost price. You feel some liquidity issue with the Astral. In Bajaj Finserv, still 96. Bajaj Auto and yesterday's trigger, and it is greater than our entry point. So SBI again 1 rupee higher. BHEL 7.8. Yeah, we seen that is the entry point 7.25 less than our entry. So maybe we are going to track, but high lot size, so very careful. And DLF, which we are focusing for a breakout above 29.3. Dabur, Jindal Steel. Yeah, Jindal Steel, I think you've seen 590 call option. Yesterday it moved high. It went yesterday almost 54 rupees from 37, 33, 37 to 54. That's good enough. Okay, so don't want to try that one now. Federal Bank now 8.65. They are tracking from last 2 days, in that went higher now. One more stock which we find out yesterday is about Motherson Sumi, right? What's happening today? It jumps. I think yesterday we find that Motherson Sumi. Yeah, 86 call option. I think today it's not traded. That's why the stock is not available on the list. 86 call option, Motherson Sumi. I think same 7 rupees something. So now it is trading around 6.2. That is a good opportunity if you are positional basis, if you are going for this Motherson Sumi. So currently I think there is a huge gap. Not traded. Today there is no trade at this particular strike price, but buyer sellers gap is big. But if you have already taken this position, no problem, we can wait. So we can get some opportunity. So that is why always we suggest you always look at the liquidity, and that should be very important. Britannia is about 5247 that already opened the gap up. Due to that gap up opening, so we find that trade opportunity which has already triggered our entry. So BHL now slightly higher, and DLF which we are focusing, and this is what a weekly sheet we can use this weekly sheet and daily basis. That will be sorry, next week it is going to be updated new. So today, this week, as of now, so we got a more than 10 to 12 stocks, which is triggers our target. Okay, so that's good enough. One stock I feel that is HDFC Bank. This week is triggers our stock stop loss, and remaining some of the stocks which triggers our target: HDFC, and PNB, ITC, BPCL, Can Bank. And just now we seen one of the stock is about IOC. Now it is moving better. Federal Bank still it is 8.65. It's about yesterday's entry on Federal Bank. Bank Nifty, is there any chances? Yeah, you can see it is coming down to the lower level, and it is not triggered or stopped, maybe around 418. So it's maybe that rejection area, maybe can be possible. Below that level only we can keep a stop. The risk for the trade is 100 point. Hindustan Unilever started positive and now it is moving lower. We at this point overall trend is looking good, and daily time frame it started positive, and maybe the chances 2744 and 99.2. Okay, it was initially triggered our entry by the opening itself. It went up to 104. It's about our opening gap up. Okay. So if you want to try this particular strike price in this one in level, and the current price is around 94. 99.2 is our entry point. So if second time if it is breaks 99.2, because it's less than, but it was a triggers initially 99.2. So we can go for a 99.2. That should be the breakout. So hereafter, if it is breaks, we can consider as a breakout. Okay, at this point it is trading around 96. And what is the lot size of this particular stock? And PNB still it is moving higher, and we are seeing 59.60 call option around 2 rupees. Now it is moving higher. This one in Unilever 2700 call option, 96 and 97 large size is around 300. So if it is breaks at this level, we can go for maybe a very small large size. We can keep holding for a positional basis, and something like a TLF which are nearby our breakout 28. And this one is Motherson Sumi is not active yet. Traded. And DLF 29.3 is our breakout. So it's the first time breakout for a weekly position. Maybe you can use for an intraday. But it breaks, you can get a quick benefit and exit out from the trade, because we are nearing to the weekend. So weekly positional trade. Next week the list of the stock will be changed. But if you want to focus for a monthly basis, and that should be the exact entry point 29.3 monthly positional. So whether you are going to plan, whether you are going to take an intraday or weekly positional or monthly positional, because in the first week both the levels for a weekly and monthly positional would be the same. Only after that breakout 29.3. PHL still on the lower level, no problem. And what are the stocks which is going? But I'm almost nearing to that 35% higher. And Federal Bank is almost 8.65. Bajaj Finserv 1540 call option still 93. And DLF is nearby, and Hindustan also. You are going to track a retracement entry like that, or only breakout about 99.2. And BHEL is triggered right now, it is lower. Reliance I was not interested to take. ICICI Bank yesterday's trigger still it is lower. Tikium Divis Lab I think yesterday's trigger it's lower than our entry. What happened on Tata Power? So maybe the stock is nearing to that entry point. 222.5. Yeah, 10.6 right now. And this is a good liquid stock, and we can add. And the entry point should be around Tata Power is in 12.6. The current premium which is trading around 10.6. It is not looking good for a Tata Steel. It was a very narrow range which is trading. Tata Steel after it is now it is 100 rupees stock, 12.6, and this particular stocks we can track. What is the big? There is no such a big movement on Tata Steel. It was very flat. Look at this. Not at trending also. When a one day move we cannot consider. It was not the charts. You can look at the chart is not a clear one. So a sudden spike and down again recovery. So I'm not interested. The stock is that averagely it is trading around 110 level. If it is goes to 115, you can short, and if it is coming down to 105, you can long. That is the thing which is going on this stock at this moment. So whenever it come down to 100, 5 levels we can try to buy at, and 115 we can sell, something like that. Now it is in the middle. That is what the average. Look at the chart. That was not a big movable stocks. ICICI Bank again slightly moving to the top. No, ma'am, I am not interested to Reliance. If you want to track, you can track your own. Okay, it is a slow moving stock and a huge selling and buying which is happening on that one. Okay, so better to avoid that for a positional entry. Exide. Someone who said about Exide, I think said if you don't forget, someone who taken a trade in Exide. Piyush, you, someone who messaged me regarding Exide. So now Exide also nearing to that entry point, but it was started from the beginning, it moving higher and higher. Okay, so that is also be a good one, but we are going to make that much of huge premium. Exide is looking good. 37. Ah, today it moving higher. Someone who messaged me regarding Exide yesterday. Piyush, you only messaged, I think. Yeah. Exide now it's break the high in 250, 237.5 is our entry point. But it's a huge lot size. I think 3600. Our entry point should be 17.8. Let me try whether it is going to give you such a opportunity. Excite 237.5 call option. Will it is liquid? I think it is not liquid at this moment. But let's check that Excite. Yeah, it is traded, but in the charts it's not showing you the data. Only few contract, it is two contract were traded, but maybe 240 it's quite liquid. Okay, so maybe the strike price 235 also be liquid, but at 240 maybe the strike price. So Exide 16.7. So when this triggers, we can track Exide 240. That may be a good liquid strike. You can see in that high is around 15. So once we got a trigger in 237.5, so we can focus that 240. In Excite premium, yeah, a monthly position in Excite. Yeah, now it is going to reaching your profitability. Yeah, now it is moved. So if it is triggers around this level, Excite and further chances for upside is also be possible in Excite. Yeah, that a good strategy which we can use it. Overall, yesterday and today market is very flat, and premium decay will be happen very quick. They wrote the premium. This option still it is trading around 425 levels. Doesn't move, and this premium also be trading here in the very flat move, 30 points. Exide this one is around 15. So initially it made high around 15.5. Yeah, always having a good volume in options is a Reliance. Huge contract which is traded. It's Reliance. It's not for a buying purpose. Maybe it's for a selling purpose. So that is the reason I have just not tracked that one. In very flat market today. And even though this scenario, you can see a lot of volume will be there in this particular. Okay, Excite we can track. In the PNB, 8.2, that particular strike price 52, and we seen just try to see in that particular strike price for an intraday opportunity 59 call option. So maybe around that is maybe going higher 59 call option. Initially we seen 2.25, now it is 2.90. Maybe around here we see. Now it is increased. Maybe we can use for a charts and indicators to find out a entry opportunity in this. Look at this option, so 45 paisa, now it is 2 rupees. Good move. Maybe OTM strategy, that may be the stocks which we can get some good benefit. PNB, Bajaj, or ONGC, Hero MotoCorp. So most of the stock which is going to generate you some profits. Federal Bank. Anyone who are holding Federal Bank? So now it is almost 9.45. Yesterday entry, day before yesterday, and yesterday retracement entry 127. I think Federal Bank now moving today. You just track 9.45. That's the reason now it is moving 9.45. You can look at this Federal Bank. And today also it started moving. In the last 15 minutes, it keep on increasing. So if you are tracking that strike prices which is already triggered, and you can use your any of indicator or technical analysis, and that will help us. And today that IDFC is still not traded yet. So that is why the stock is not available. Look at this 11.65 is the previous entry, and today is not traded yet. So that's the reason we don't get that stock in our list. And BPCL, ITC, that should be a great move. Both Britannia missed out. Gaurav, yeah, very good morning, Gaurav. I think you are deleting that message. Dauber, look at this. First of all, you can go for if you are watching any new stocks. You can check the liquidity. If that liquid, then we can go for a Dauber 575, right? Maybe the stock is looking good. Okay, first you need to confirm that. So 24 and 25. So look at this 1250 is the lot size of the Dauber. And on this particular strike price, what we are looking for, it's more than 1.5 rupees gap. The buyers and sellers gap. Look here, the buyer quoting is around 23.9 and seller quoting more than 25.6. So more than 1.5 rupees gap, bid ask gap. Okay, and one more thing, you can see today's how many contract which is traded. The volume is 1250 divided by the lot size. We will be getting number of contract traded is only one lot which is traded. And look at the open high low closing price. Someone who bought it or sold it. Okay, from those who are already holding. So that is the thing which is happening. So no other trade which has happened. So that's a simple illiquid. That's it. So because you are practicing right now, so I know well. So you have to just focus. If any, for example, if your stocks which is familiar like ICICI Bank, Axis Bank, State Bank, okay, some other like BPCL, Canara Bank, Hero MotoCorp, and Bajaj Finance. These are all the normally a liquid stock. Okay, so we don't need to filter out. And even we find today is about India Housing Finance. Okay, in our list we seen, but it was not a quite a liquid stock. But some stocks, at least some 30-40 stocks, we can easily know that is a quite liquid stocks. But if you are seen any stock which is on our list, you need to confirm that initially, and after practicing the same, so you will be easily know which stocks we can take. Even though if the stock came into the list, we will decide simply whether I can go for the stock or not. I hope you got it. So it's about it came from practice and regularly watching the stocks and market. Okay, you should wait, and you made mistake on this position on Gujarat Gas, but still you have the hope. So because we are taking a positional basis, and we can wait for it, no problem. So just to keep wait for a Gujarat Gas with the stock. There is a movement. So previously it is 479, and look at this month by the opening itself it is gap up. Now after this gap up, that is the reason we are simply suggesting you to, if any stock which is open by the gap up, don't go for it. And from that gap up it now started moving down. So what's happening on X side? 15.75, 15.7, and let me check that X side. That's a good stock. Maybe the good opportunity which we can find out. Last 2 months that was a good performer. In the strike price is around 240. We have for tracking on our sheet is around 237.5 call option. Okay, so but here we are going to track 240 call option. That would be an opportunity. Okay, 240 call option. We need to track what is the exact price of the particular thing. Yeah, that should be the entry point. Around 15.7, that should be a breakout opportunity on this particular stock, around 15.7. So exactly that entry point is around 15.4, but it has already triggered. So we can, if it is retrace that level, you can track, or the current price also be looking good at this moment on this particular strike price exceed 240. Okay, so Gujarat Gas, we are still checking that Gujarat Gas. It's a sudden movable stock, so don't worry about it. And by the day where it is started positive, but after that it is moving down, now started recovered back. So at least we need to wait some time. So maybe the chances we can get an opportunity in that. So if any changes against us, we can manage the positions. But whatever the trade which you have done, that is a mistake trade, and you are not exactly executing the right strategy. Okay, so no problem. We should wait for that. Once we get it, so we can go. MGL is the new one, so where I can focus that MGL in 1060. Let me before that check MGL 60, 53, 55. Volume is less, so let me wait for that. Less volume. ICICI Bank gain exceed 16.7, but this particular strike price is 15.4 or 15.5. So that should be one. And in this one, Unilever not triggered at, okay. So DLF also nearing to that entry point, it reaches back. And now Nifty turns positive, Bank Nifty also slightly turned positive. That strike price again returned back to that entry point, and the stop loss is not triggered. Again return back to the entry. Maybe it can be going on. PEL, what's happening on PEL? It was a technical gap up and it moves on. Today you can see previous close 959, and only above 980 that can be possible to move upside, or else until it will be less than that only. So that technical high, and it started moving down, gap up and down. So we have a previously one gap, and fair value gap also be there huge, and the chances to gap up to fill. We have to wait. Maybe at this side, look at this. It looks like a double top. Maybe above to the level, so 980 should be possible upside move. Still, it can be in the range between here. 900 to 980, but it's a big range stock. Okay. Now stocks already triggered a stock that is moving higher and target, and IOC it is keep on moving higher today. So from 5 rupees which we are seeing in the morning, now 7.4. Hero Motor Cup 220 targeted Canara Bank, Colpol yesterday's entry. That is more than Indo Petro, Canara Bank, BPCL, ITC. Okay. Federal Bank 9.75, that is also B code. And Britannia, not a given opportunity. Motherson, those who are watched Motherson. In the morning I said, anyone who are holding, and now it is 8 rupees. Maybe profitable trade. And 6.2 in the morning, but it was a gap. Federal Bank and Motherson Sumi, which we have tried yesterday, and now it is 8 rupee. Maybe the liquidity. That's why I tell you the liquidity stocks we can always focus. Okay, 86 now. The last trade price is 8 rupees. Okay, now 7.2 to 7.4 is the buyers and sellers. Maybe very few quantities, but from our entry now it is higher than our entry point, so that is okay. So now excite exactly which I'm looking for the entry point 15.4, now exactly on the same price, maybe a position basis we can wait for it, and any other new opportunities which we can get it. That's one more opportunity which we find out. Maybe you can focus only on intraday basis, because if you are following for a weekly entry, and if you are following for a monthly entry, so not an issue. So because it is a entry which is triggered today, so we have a one more month. So till the month end we have the time. So PNB 200%. So weekly positional, if you are following for a weekly positional, you can try with an intraday basis. And if you are following for a monthly position, no problem. You can take it the position and keep holding with our stop loss, well. So where we can keep a stop loss and target. So one more good opportunity is one-to-one classes on advanced option strategy. If you wish to take, so this weekend we can go for. Sir, it is not a today's trigger in Reliance and previous trigger. But if you wish, you can try. But I was not I was not focusing that stock. Already we are discussing in today's live session about the same. If you are really interested, you can go for it with the stop loss and target, which you know. It's my view only. Okay, so I'm not focusing that. So Motherson Sumi, and it may be jumped today, and Bajaj Auto. That was a yesterday's trigger. Yesterday moved well, and now on the same price. ICICI Bank slightly increasing up. The Bank Nifty up and down. Something is going on. Maybe weekly opportunity. So we are nearing to end of this week. This end of this week, what we are going to do, if you are focusing for an entry on Thursday and Friday, maybe looking for a intraday. So fresh breakout like that one you can focus. And maybe next week from Monday the sheet will be updated. We can go for a fresh weekly based positional, and also by monthly positional. If you are tracking for a monthly positional, that monthly positional also you can go for. If you are whatever the position which is triggered, here is about monthly positional. Either MGL is not liquid, ICICI Bank is also be a monthly positional triggered on 2 days back. X side still is lower from what we are expecting. Again, BHL on the same price. If you have any other questions or doubts, you just ping me in the chat box. And any new opportunity which triggers, you can go for. ICICI Bank is also nearing to that entry, but it was not today's entry, it is a previous day breakout. So MGL, not a liquid one. And this one, exit to 37.5 is not a quite liquid. At this moment, we tried this one from 15.4, now it is moving down, 14. Which one? Positional basis exit to 240 instead of 237.5. And the high, so maybe some profit booking, but it is not an intraday. Positionally, we are tracking that stock. Forge Industries, where it is there, Forge Industries. And here you find the price of the stock, 22,000, right? 38,000. May not be quite liquid. So let me go to check the Forge Industries, it may not be quite liquid. So current price is 36,400, 36,500 strike price, 1,039, 1,060, and volume only 2 contract. The ATM call option. If I am going to check ATM put option, only one lot is traded. Do you go for the stock? You are planning to trade in options. The stock must be a liquid stock. You are focusing the stock is liquid, then that should be a trade possibilities. If it is not liquid, you will be struggle and you can't able to exit even the stock is giving you the target, and you can't able to exit with your desired price and also entered at desired. Not liquid. Something is moving down on Excite 13.5. Look at this. It was in down and daily time frame. It was gradually moving down. Started moving down, keep on moving down. Now it around from within 5 days, 38 to 36, 2,000 points down. Still almost 6, 7, seventh consecutive down. If you want to any stock which can get moving downside regularly, continuously, you should find out any reversal candle at the bottom. So trend reversal pattern, if you find any trend reversal pattern, so that should be the right one. So look at this, how many times it's given you the trend reversal pattern. So previously the stock is keep on moving lower and spinning down, not given you breakout. The doji it given you breakout. This time it went higher, and this is what a pattern is about, bearish engulfing. So again it's keep on moving down. Maybe the here is the doji candle, sorry, spinning top or a hammer. Maybe still it is on the level only, and you need to get a valid reversal point. If you find any hammer candle, a two candle pattern, or a three bar, something like that, you need to, don't go for before that. Okay, so even the stock is keep on moving lower, so you have to get some confirmation. So here we got a higher levels of bearish engulfing and daily time frame. So look at this, recently we seen this stock, and this is also it's keep on moving down. Yeah, BHEL already, yeah, it is trading 7.2, something like that. When it is moves to 7.6, you are talking about re-entry. It is already traded lower level only, no? From the beginning. Okay, so you can see last 5 minutes is about 6.8, 6.7. So because it is a today's entry, right? And retracement already given you. One more time, 7.5. It was now given you better opportunity below 6, 7 rupees. Now it is 7.65. That's okay. Yeah, good opportunity, but you are too late to grab that opportunity. And TV is slightly moving up. in the DLF not triggered, and Hindustan Unilever now reaching towards the top, and 99.2 we have to wait for, but Exide is slightly moved on positionally, we can hold it, no problem for that. It is in the highest level, maybe it's slightly moving down. Now Hindustan Unilever also maybe trigger our entry point, we can get 1 or 2 rupees or minimum intraday 2 to 5 key is that our target based on the fresh breakout, so that we can apply here. And Bank Nifty, which we are trying for earlier 480, and here is the breakout, that breakout which is happening around 480, and nearby stop loss 390, 380 is our stop loss, not triggered, and reaches towards 540. So almost 60 point that triggers, but we are not seeing that. So almost it is given you the 60 point. As of now, it is almost 25 points. Okay, but initially it gives you some panic, and now it is moving up, so no problem. Because of today's expiry, something can be also be happen, up and down should be very fast, and speed also. Very careful about your ATM and OTM options, maybe became it loses its time value. I think Hero MotoCorp is the top places now. What is mean by eye chart? I found that this eye chart is useful. Thank you. Yeah, that is a tool for option trader. You can use it. I think Anand sir, you are asking about yesterday, right? That eye chart. So it will showing you. So look at this. DLF is a long build-up stocks today. There is a concept which is available, and if you follow that, and you can easily find out. Yeah. So and one more thing, it's some interesting. So we have to check with the some three factors. We will easily find out intraday stock also. So that we will discuss tomorrow in the live market. Today maybe the stock which I focus for a DLF. Okay, long build up, and that can be possible the stock. And one more stock is about Bosch and Godrej Properties. So these are all the stocks. So maybe looking good today. So let me wait for that. What is going to happen? So at the end of the day, we can see. Tomorrow we can discuss about this one. So I hope I have taken more many time from you. Thank you for joining this session. And Hindustan anywhere, maybe intraday, short profit also you can track. And any new opportunities, you can if you are already using my Google Sheet, you can get that. And if you want to take this Google Sheet, everyone who misunderstanding that and read that with our website, I just given you how to use it. So the same content. So you just go for this one. Read that title. So it's about a Google Sheet scanner. In this content, I am just given you how to use this Google Sheet. It's a sheet cost is 1,200 per month. Learn how to use cost is around 99. So that 99 will be removed first month. Okay, if you are really interested, but after watching that, will it is suitable to you or not? That you decide first. Then only you can go for buying the sheet or not. So at least, but I don't give you the I don't given you it isn't free. Okay, if I'm given you free, no one can watch that. So if you at least given you 100 rupees, you are ready to watch that. That is the reason I was charging for that. Okay. So after that, if you wish and you can go on to the sheet, you can just let me message me on WhatsApp, and then you can pay and you can get that access to the Google Sheet. Okay. And thank you for watching today's session, and maybe some opportunity, but not more opportunity which we have find, but something which looks good today. So no problem. Thanks for liking this video. Still, if you are not like this video, hit your like button. And thank you so much, and thanks for watching this session. And we'll meet you tomorrow. Thanks to all those who are joined on this session. Thanks so much. If you are not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon to get the notification to get more updates. Thank you.